Welcome to the Valley Playwright Mentors Holyoke podcast project. This podcast is created by teens from across Western Massachusetts as part of an after-school storytelling and media program based at Holyoke Media. Together, we're playing Kids on Bikes, a tabletop role-playing game where ordinary kids face extraordinary things in a city that feels a little too alive. Valley Playwright Mentors is a project of PT Theater Company, made possible with support from Mass Humanities, the Massachusetts Cultural Council, and other public and private funders. In this episode, the group picks up in the aftermath of an encounter in an alley behind a late-night fast food spot. Memories have gone missing. New faces have appeared. Old ones are harder to remember. As strange lights flicker across the city and something known as a forgetter stalks the streets, the group begins to realize that remembering might be just as dangerous as forgetting. Their search for answers leads them deeper into Holyoke's past, toward a place that existed before the city, before the canals, before the mills. A place where the rules are older, thinner, and still watching. Kids on Bikes is published by Hunters Entertainment. This podcast is an independent, non-commercial project and is not affiliated with or endorsed by the game's creators. Now, let's return to Holyoke, where the city is asking for something, and the Grove is beginning to wake up.
Welcome. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are back for another session of Kids on Bikes here at the Holyoke Media Valley Arts Mentors, Playwrights Mentors, so many mentoring mentors. How's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
Great.
I'm good.
Good. We have a special guest with us tonight. Sal is here sitting at the table.
Hello.
Hi, Sal. Sal is a friend and also fellow TTRPGer. We have another student coming in. I'm going to lose my mic, but I'm fine with that. Hey.
Welcome.
Will you join us to record tonight? Yeah, sit. Grab a seat and sit. Whenever you're ready, you just let us know. Ha ha ha. As I was saying, we're back. How was everyone's holiday before we jump into Kids on Bikes? Good?
Very eventful.
I want to hear more about that at some point.
You shall.
My hot water heater broke last night, and so I'm rocking cold showers and happy to be here.
That is horrible. It's very cold out.
It's very cold out.
Super cold showers.
Super cold showers. So just a brief recap before we jump in, unless anyone wants to add anything to my chattering nonsense. Silent. So just a brief recap. We are playing Kids on Bikes. Our last session, we met the heroes of this adventure. Two of our players are not here this evening, and so we're going to take a bit of a detour in the story, but I'm okay with that if you're all okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
At the table tonight, we have Sal, we have Ashley, Charlie, and Arceli. Who's everybody playing tonight?
I'm playing Sophia tonight.
I believe my name is Davina.
Davina? Yeah,
Yes.
I know it is Davina.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I know it is Davina, and Davina is our town witch here in Holyoke, without giving anything away. And who are you playing, Sal?
I just assigned my own name as Max, so I'll be playing someone named Max.
Awesome. Sounds great. We left off last session with our party meeting in an alley behind One Court Plaza, which in this universe is not Holyoke Media, but is actually a Good Burger fast food restaurant. In the alley, we met Charlie, a ghost, who appeared as two of our players were taking out the garbage for the night and closing up. They also quickly were confronted by a tall, scary, creepypasta guy that I am calling the Forgetter, who attempted to steal away Charlie. They were stopped, however, by the manager of the Good Burger, a kindly gentleman who goes by the name Jaden, who had a Super 8 camera that he was able to use to scare the Forgetter away. It came at a cost. Charlie was, I think it hurt you when they used it? Yeah, it drew Charlie's power away to use the Super 8 camera. And so they chased the Forgetter off, and we ended up standing in the alley. And just like that, our fine party, who now includes a gentleman who was not there before, you're standing in the alleyway and two of our party are gone. They vanished. and you're having a difficult time remembering their names. You know you met them. You know you met them in the alley, but you just can't remember who they are right in this moment. And you don't remember how Max came to be with your party. It's almost as if those memories of the last few minutes. And so right off the bat, I'm gonna need some quick rolls from people at the table, and I'm gonna swing the microphone this direction. I have spare dice. See, you are very welcome. So let's get some brains rolls coming at the table.
I assigned my brains as my D20, so
Oh, very nice.
I'm a smart guy. Oh, except I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, only one of our past players is gone, and Max is still here. And I need a brains roll from everyone. Your character sheet. You're 1.
10
10.
and a 2.
2. And a 6. Oh, we need dice over there. What's your brains again?
D12.
10.
10. Oh, the hero of the evening. Okay, so the party is standing around kind of, and you can't remember the last few minutes. It's almost as though the memory is gone, except for you, and you're Angelica, right? Except for Angelica. You remember clearly the last few minutes of what just happened. Max, who was a passerby at the Good Burger that evening, ran into the alley to see what was going on, what the commotion was. And out of nowhere, 2 forgetters descended upon the party and wiped your memories clean and then vanished into the night. And you're there, and you're the only one who really remembers what has just happened. You're the only one who knows that this occurred. What do you say to the rest of the brew? Oh yeah, you also got a 10. Oh, awesome. So Charlie also remembers. Oh, awesome. Sorry, I didn't realize you also got a 10.
It's fine.
And so Charlie, you remember and you saw this happen.
Yeah.
What do you guys say to the group? And silence descends. The street lights are clicking on and off. And there seems to be a pattern. 2 will go off at a time on one side of the street, and then 2 more come on the other side of the street, almost guiding you. You see they go.
The light flicker.
Oh yeah, that's nice. So the flickering light from outside, the city of Holyoke is asking you to follow it down the street.
Max is going to look around at this group of people he has never met before and has no idea why he's even facing them and is just walking away.
Good. Max has another problem though, because Max rolled it a 1. Max can't remember who he is.
Oh no.
Max can't remember who he is or how he got here.
Hi?
Oh, by the way, Max, Charlie is clearly a ghost.
Max just starts screaming. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't choose to be a ghost.
From one of the high-rises, not high-rises, but buildings on the corner, you hear all, "Will you keep it quiet out there? Some of us are trying to sleep."
Sorry. Max cups his hands over his mouth.
The lights start flickering faster. They're flashing faster and faster.
Don't like that. It just got faster. I don't like that.
I control the city. No, they're flickering faster.
There's really some immersive storytelling that's happening.
Thank you. I love that the city of Holyoke is stepping up to help out.
Yeah, I'm convinced you are running the city.
From down the alley, the opposite direction of you, you hear the unmistakable chatter. And you've heard it before, Charlie and Angelica. You know what it is. It's the sound that comes before the forgetter arrives. And it's clattering and clickering, and it's getting closer in the alleyway.
Hey guys, do you think we should follow the lights fast? Should we just stand here? Cause
It talks.
that's a bit rude.
What happened last time?
Yeah, a little.
A little all we don't remember.
Don't remember what happened the last time.
But as a witch, I sense what might be happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. I feel like something is coming. And it's not a ghost.
Which is why I'm asking us if we should
Float away.
run. I don't.
And the chattering gets louder.
Max is crying.
What's going on?
I don't think we should waste our time on talking. We should just run.
All right, some whole ass.
I give up. I'm running already. I'm gone.
So the party starts to head down the road, and I need some flight checks from you.
7.
As I ensure at your character sheet. We have 7.
18.
18.
18. Oh, very sorry. We got 11.
11. Nice. Did anyone get below a 10? Don't have it. What did you get? 5? 3? All right, 7. So we have a couple people who freeze. The moment just is too much. And as the party starts running down the street, 2 of your members are still standing there. Are you going to leave them behind?
I'm already turning the corner. I'm gone.
Charlie's go.
I bolted. I did not look back.
Trey, you are a ghost, however, right?
Yeah.
Give me a quick brawn check.
Which one is? That's not gonna pass.
So, Trey, you get about, I'd say, about to the corner, and you feel as though there's a rope attached around you. And you're pulling against it, and as hard as you're pulling, it feels as though something's pulling you backwards. Sophia, give me a brawn check too.
Of course, it has telekinesis powers.
Sophia, you feel pulled towards Charlie. There's this pull that's drawing you together, and as Charlie's fighting to get around the corner, you're fighting to keep your feet, like you can't get more than half a block away from Charlie at this point, and you don't know why. There's just something that's attached to you.
I think that we need to help our other part of the party because we're in this together, and I don't think they should be left behind.
That's beautiful. How are you gonna help them?
We could ask the witch to cast a spell to make them light, and we could carry them.
I like this, although I'm already above you all because I levitated.
You did levitate. Guys, I forgot you did levitate. Do you want to give me a... Ooh, this is going to be a magic. And I can't remember which a magic is off the top of my head. Let's just go with Charm for shits and giggles.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we were doing brain, but...
We were doing brain?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do brain. You rolled a d20 for your brain, which makes sense to me.
Perfect. D20.
A d20.
14. Everyone's up.
More than enough to lighten the load on poor Max and Angelica, who suddenly start levitating off the ground without really knowing why, other than this witch. How does the magic happen?
I utilize gravity that you cannot understand because you're not supernatural like me. So it exhausts me when I elevate you all. So I'm using my own energy to lift you all up.
So our witch is struggling, but keeping everyone afloat. What about the other 2, Max and Angelica? You're suddenly lighter than air and floating off the ground.
I think Max is fully frozen, just like has no idea what's going on or why any of this is happening, and is just crying.
Oh, Max, Angelica.
Angelica's just confused why she's floating and levitating.
So unfortunately, you guys haven't made your flight fast enough with some of the party involved, and you see from the alley the lengthy, hulking figure of a forgetter, and it eyes not Charlie, who had been its original target, but instead the floating people.
I just realized something. I'm skilled at flight. I should have added 3. I got a 10. I'm so sorry.
No. That's good. A 10 would be enough for that. We only have 1 floating individual. Angelica's angelically floating, and the forgetter's clawing its way towards Angelica.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about now.
You do? Who has the Super 8 camera? At the end of the last session.
I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was Jaden, yeah. Yeah, I think it was Jaden, the manager, the store manager, who comes rushing out.
I think he gave it to someone though, didn't he?
He did. He gave it to one of the party. I will say one of you has it. Whoever wants to be the one who has it, has it.
Not me because I'm not corporeal, but like...
I'm scared of it because I think it might wipe me out.
Yeah.
I just got here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sophia has the camera. Somewhere in the missing memory, Sophia was given the camera.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, you have no recollection, but in your right hand, you have a Super 8 camera. It's an old film camera. It has a trigger. It looks kind of like a little handheld camcorder gun thingy.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with this camera?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You could give it a try.
I think that maybe I could use the flash on the camera to blind the forgetter.
Excellent. Give me a quick fight check.
I got a 4, bro.
4. Oh, I'm sorry. And one of the 2 of you is going to take some strain. Either or, each of you give me a d6 roll. Whoever rolls lowest is going to be the one taking some strain. From my supernatural brothers and sisters.
Damn it. I got a 1.
4, 3, 1. I'm sorry, Charlie. So from the end of the block, Charlie suddenly is in excruciating pain and screams out. Fine, we'll add the scream in post. Just
Sorry, I didn't realize I was supposed to.
No, but you do have that same moment that you had in the last session where suddenly you feel as though you're solidifying, but your memories are slipping away from you. The forgetter is only momentarily flashed and it started to continue. It did affect it, but you just didn't roll quite high enough to hit it.
Can I use my treasure hunter skill to spend an adversity token, which I got on my natural one, to find a useful item in my surroundings?
Yes, 100%. So a useful item in your surrounding, you reach into your pocket and you pull out a photograph and it's you. And you're standing there in front of the Good Burger with, of all people, Angelica, who's smiling and happy. And this photograph was taken and you remember it. You remember this moment. You don't remember how, you don't remember when it happened, but you remember being there on Angelica's first day of work at the Good Burger and smiling for this photo. And as you have this memory, the forgetter yells out and it reels back. You've forgotten something. You've remembered something of it that it's stolen.
So if we remember something that they forgot, that they pulled from us, we pull the memory back and it hurts them.
Yes.
That's useful.
I tell everyone this, that if we have objects that help us remember the things we forgot, we hurt them.
Yes. Angelica, you don't remember this photograph. You have no recollection of this photo ever happening. But you look at it for a moment and you have to give the GM a brains roll.
8.
8? 8's enough that you kind of, the memory's there and the photo's there. Tell us about your first day of work. How did you feel?
I felt excited.
What they said. And when you have that memory of that excitement, the forgetter reels back and it's hurt. It's hurt badly. What's everyone gonna do? You have a moment. You have this opportunity. You can stand and you can fight or you can run.
I'm gonna search my pockets for anything else that I might have that helps me remember anything.
I have backpack on, and I think there might be something in there.
What's in there?
I open my backpack and I see there's a folder and there's a name on it. Sophia. Am I Sophia? I think so.
All right, give me a brains check, Sophia.
I got a 7.
7? 7's good enough. What's your favorite color? What's Sophia's favorite color?
My favorite color is blue. It's always been blue.
Wow.
Because it reminds me of like something to look forward to because of the sky. You can look up and you can see something beautiful within the sky.
And in that moment, even though it's night, a patch of blue sky appears and shining down the forgetters in the middle of the bright light, and it reels back and disappears and it's vanished. And you're standing there in the alley and the clouds and the darkness close in again and you have a moment's reprieve and the city actually feels less overwhelming and it feels less treacherous in this moment. Something's happened, something's been given back and you can't put your finger on it, but it's there.
So while he's gone, I think we need to get out of this spot.
Where are you going to go? You have a whole city in front of you.
I can't even remember where I am.
I'm gonna need a minute because I just got like seriously hurt, and so
Charlie is hurt.
you guys can map out wherever we're going. I'm just gonna.
I can see from up here. You want me to tell you where to go? That might be safe.
I think we should go to the witch's house.
My house.
The witch's house.
I live where all of you live. But sure, from up here I can tell you where my house might be. Let's head towards the abandoned mill, because where else would I live? So if you all would just go straight down and take a right down the next street.
Excellent. So you all head up the street, you make a left and start going down Dwight Street. And there is 380 Dwight. It's a big abandoned looking mill. And in our world, 380 Dwight is art studios and hair salons and a few marijuana dispensaries. In this world, it is dilapidated, falling apart, and still it has a few marijuana dispensaries. Because this is Holyoke. And the witch's house. Tell us about your home.
Well, it's invisible to all of you. It has like an invisibility cloak over it. It's a spell that I cast so no one knows that I'm there. But it's basically like a witch's penthouse and dream come true. Top floor, huge windows, lofty, with tons of herbs and, the souls of children hiding in the back of the closet.
I am wondering, does you hiding things, does that affect me as well? Or does it just affect the alive people?
Well, I can't hide you for whatever reason because I don't know where you are. And I was trying to figure that out. Maybe you guys will remember that soon.
Because I would assume that, like, your supernatural abilities wouldn't affect mine.
I agree, which
I
is
will
why I
just-
can't take
yeah,
your soul.
that
You are safe. However, I'm saving you all right now. So soul and soullesses can all join.
Okay. So we rally back at the witch's house, and it is all of these things that Ashley has described for us, and you're gathered about, and it's been an evening, and some of you don't remember who you are, some of you don't remember where you are or how you got there. Some of you remember bits and pieces of your life, but you have another problem. As you are looking out at the city of Holyoke, you see the same lights flashing throughout the city, all around the city. The lights are turning on and off, and the canals are glowing brighter than a canal should glow. The city is asking for something from you.
I think that the lights are trying to lead us somewhere, maybe somewhere that we need to be to get our memories back.
Possibly.
It could also be a trap.
Also,
Because the lights were flickering when the forgetter was around. So it could be that, but it could just be something else.
Sure what it is.
well, we do have a full witch's arsenal at our disposal to do some additional digging. This would be a beautiful time in the wonderful world of TV Monster of the Week stories for a montage learning scene where our characters dig through books and records and we make some quick brains checks. So let's make some brains checks.
17.
17. All right, Max, come out strong.
10. I am 7. Sorry. 6. 3.
3. Okay. So Max is kind of carrying the load here. Max, you find a very old tome, and it's the history of the Grove, a people's narrative. And you crack it open, and the middle of the book is written in revolutionary English. So it's set around the 1776, that time, and it's a journal entry about the discovery of the Holy Grove, and it goes on to tell you that in this spot, in this very city, when the settlers first arrived, there was an area called the Holy Grove, or the Sacred Grove. It's translated a lot of different ways, but weird things were said to happen in that area and in that city, or not in that city, in that area that had yet to be settled. And that area that yet to be settled is what became Holyoke.
I relay all this to everybody.
Excellent. Any further questions about that? We can dig into it more. It's okay.
I'm thinking about something else entirely.
Thinking about.
It seemed affected by the forgetter seemed affected with the light. Wouldn't that seems important?
It does. So what's your agenda? You know these monsters are out in the city. You have a little information about what the city used to be. You could go to the Grove and get more information. You could head out into the city to try to find out where this monster is. There's any number of things you could do. I'm just throwing out ideas because I'm a GM. Sometimes I throw out ideas. The lights are still flickering and flashing in the city, but you're free to go wherever you please.
What do you guys think? I mean, like, I guess we could try to find something that's like very important to us, because when I said something that was important to me about the blue, I feel that it had a great impact on him.
Yeah, it did.
So I feel like we could all try and find something that is very important.
Okay. So how would we go about finding things that are important? We have a couple mysteries on the table, just as a reminder. We have a ghost who we don't know where the ghost came from. We have a Max who we don't know where a Max came from. We have a witch who steals the soul of children, but other than that, seems pretty nice.
Both children.
We have a fast food working brother and sister who are orphaned, and we don't know why. We have no idea why they're orphaned at this point. There's a variety of things on the table.
I think we should search what's on us. Maybe we forgot what we're wearing, or maybe something in our pocket, and see if there's anything that can strike a memory.
Cool. What's everyone carrying with them?
I have a locket and a stack of stones.
Oh, locket and a second son. What's in the locket?
I don't know. I can't open it.
Okay.
But we're also at your house.
This is true.
How long have you not been able to open the locket?
I don't remember.
Well, okay. Sounds good.
Maybe Charlie can get the locket open since they can like go through walls and stuff.
I could try.
Okay. Give me you tell me how you're going to try to crack this thing open.
What kind of locket is it? Is it like one of those weird lockets that you have to like push it open and then.
Yes.
Okay. I am.
Like this.
Yeah. I'm going to reach in and try to. I would assume it's stuck. So I would try to get my finger underneath the.
Flash with
No.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm trying to decide what mechanically that would be. That seems brainsy. Trying to yeah, give me a brains check.
But what if it's protected by like supernatural?
Well, we're about to find out.
I think
For
That's.
yeah, Charlie, not only are you not able to get it open, but as you touch it, you feel it. And that's weird.
I don't like that.
No, and you don't like how it feels. It's almost slimy in your touch. Okay. As it goes.
I'm going to be surprised and drop it. I'm going to be like, oh, wow. And then just like it falls to the floor.
I caught it before it fell to the
Okay.
ground because I felt that it's too sacred to drop. So I'm holding it now and I'm trying to figure out what it is that opens this. So maybe I can do a roll to see.
Yeah, you can give me a check.
Would be
Yeah, give me a brains. We're doing a lot of brains rolling tonight.
10.
10? 10 is good enough that you remember something. A memory pops in. It can only be opened at a certain location in the city, but you don't remember where. It's just not coming to you where it is. And when this memory hits, all of the city lights come on everywhere across all of town. They flick on all at once and then they turn off all at the same time.
So maybe this locket somehow unlocks whatever is happening in the city as well. Kind of like the camera captures things. What if this locket has something inside of it that it's holding?
How old is the locket?
I don't remember, but it looks like it's a few thousand years old.
It's very convenient that you have that.
Can I check the information about the grove to see if there's any like symbols on the locket that might match anything? Yeah, like
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Give me a brains check. A lot of brains checks tonight. What's Angelica doing while this is going on?
11.
11's good enough. You tell me, Ashley.
Yes. You end up noticing and realizing, coming to the realization that wherever the grove remains are, it's very woodsy and mountainous, but there is a tree that has a symbol carved on it. And you're like, oh, this is on a tree. And we can't remember where exactly. So we have to figure out how to get to that tree because the symbol is on the locket as well. We still don't know how to open it, but we know that it's connected to the remains of the groves.
Yeah, I am that is 100%. It's in the book in surprisingly modern English. Like yeah, like contemporary like this was
this is actually really easy to read.
Angelica, what should we do?
Maybe we should take a trip to the tree to see if it can unlock the watch. I'm not watch. The
See, you do have a map to the Grove remains that was in the book that Max found. So you could make your way there easily. You would need heading back out into the city and risking detection, but
We're going to have to do that eventually anyway.
can't hide out in a witch's flat forever.
I could
For
fly
us.
there.
Why not?
We could fly there.
wait, but why don't you have a spell book, right?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere here.
Think possibly you could check and see if there's a remembering spell in the book.
A remembering spell in the book. Yeah.
A memory spell. All right. So this is going to require, let's do a brains to find it, and then we'll deal with it when we cast it.
All right. Let's see if I can find this book. I have no idea where I put it.
12.
One.
You have no.
I got a 7.
7.
8.
8.
2.
2.
12.
12. Max pulling it out again.
I have brains. I don't have much else, but I have brains.
So you guys tear the witch's flat apart and end up coming upon a book that has the bits of a memory spell. On that same memory spell, there are various notes. They're in your handwriting. You don't remember making them, but there are cautions and changes to the spell, and this is a really complicated spell to cast. And so it is literally going to take all of your power in this moment and the help of the rest of the group to cast this spell.
All right. Let's check this out.
Okay. So you're going to have to give me a charm roll. Let's see. Let's just assign some real quick. So we know your that's your D20. I would probably do with a D12 for you. Yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. Everyone else is going to have to give me grit checks. I mean, you go through this. This is going to be tough for everybody. So this is going to actually set the the hit that you got to roll, it's going to set it higher. So normally this was going to be a 10. So some of you may not be able to hit that without adversity topies from the group. Roll your grit.
1, 7.
1. This is not good. So you should
Get adversity token.
Yeah, you all do get adversity tokens. So remember, you have an adversity token. So you're not able to actually pull the power that you need to cast this spell. And in fact, because we had 2 nat 1 rolls on it, it backfires in a big way, but you don't know yet what has happened. You just know your memory's on them back and something didn't go right.
Just feel it's off.
Yeah, the vibes are off, bro. The vibes are off.
Something feels heavy in the air.
Do we still want to try to go to the grove?
I mean, we can try.
We should if we can't cast a spell. I think taking a shot outside might be a better option.
I think
Before
we
we-
have no other choice but to go.
Before we do you have a flashlight? Like a big, one of those industrial circle flashlights?
Well, you all helped me tear this loft apart. Does anyone see a flashlight?
I think I seen it near the door.
Yes, that's right. A huge one. Also, beautiful. Yeah, so we do have a flashlight, yes.
Okay. Can we take that with us?
Yes.
Yep.
Taking the flashlight. So you are leaving. Is that what we all agree on?
You all step out of the abandoned mill and immediately you know something's not right. Immediately, you went in at night and it's morning.
Which is that?
Some time has passed. How much time?
No, cool.
No clue, but you look and something's missing. Something's missing from the mill. Give me a brains check. I'm just calling for brains checks right and left and I apologize. We'll do some fight.
19.
19.
I got a 6.
6.
Ready.
You notice right away.
11.
11. Oh, and you notice too. The wheat dispensaries are gone. The mill actually looks nicer,
Cleaner.
cleaner.
Oh, did you clean up?
Yeah. Did you clean up the swamp?
I got a 4, so I'm like, this place is looking really run down.
Yeah. And you take a look around and you see there's gentlemen and they're wearing coveralls and they're older looking coveralls and they've got a steel lunchbox with them and they wave at you for a moment.
Hi.
They're like, hello, you all. They speak with a deeply Polish accent that I cannot do. Hello, how are you all doing this morning?
Sir, where are you from?
I am from insert name of Polish city here.
Krakow.
Krakow. I am from Krakow. And I can't do Polish accents.
What year is it?
But he looks a little confused and he goes, it's 1936.
Oh,
So we would back in time or forward.
I'll give you this one. It was just going to be a bit. The air kind of gets wavy and the gentleman looks at you confused and he fades away and you're back on the streets of Holyoke in the night. You were in a memory from our 2 down ones. Things are wonky right now because of the memory spell. You may be moving in and out of other people's memories as you make your way through the city.
wonder whose memory that was. Maybe a memory of someone the forgetter got?
Possibly. I think that makes a lot of sense.
So let's get some flight checks as we start running through the city.
I am skilled at that, so I passed.
Excellent.
Also skilled at that.
4.
3.
3. So Sophia and unfortunately Charlie as well and Angelica, you guys take 2 steps to run and you see them and it's almost as though they go blank for a moment and they're just not with you. But what you 3 see is a time before the city existed. There are trees, the river's running, and there is a small Wampanoag girl. And she looks at you and kind of looks surprised and smiles and waves and says in a language that if you speak Wampanoag, you understand, and if you don't, you don't. She kind of doesn't know what to do with 3 people who just appeared out of nowhere.
I'm not the only one seeing this, hour.
No. What'd you say?
So as the memory drifts away, you're greeted with a moment of translation. The city, you hear her voice and it's translated to you back. And the first part says, oh, you must be from the Grove. You should really get more sun. You all look a little pasty. So, and you're back. You're back with Max and Davina.
Where did you guys go? What did you see?
A time before the city was made. There was a bunch of trees and just things that weren't here right now.
Starting to think I know where the weed dispensers went.
So you guys keep running?
Yeah.
All right, let's get another flight check in. We're
I'm
going to
down.
do 3 of these total. So Max is skilled at flight, so he does not need to make a check.
I got a 20.
Oh, 20. Beautiful.
Doesn't that explode?
That explodes. Would you like to explain exploding this?
When you roll the highest number possible on that dice, you get to roll it a second time.
I got a 3.
3. That's still 23. So as you guys start running and you're making your way up the blocks, you sense something, Sophia. You sense there's a shift about to happen, and you grab your friends by the neck, and Mother Angela, you can touch Charlo.
Whoa. That felt weird. That felt real weird. But guys, there's something, it feels weird. I'm getting like an intuition that we shouldn't keep going, like as fast as we are.
Slow down.
Slow down. I feel that too.
All right. And as you slow down, then you kind of come to a walk. It's easier to identify these moments. And so you're making your way past where the teen orphan's apartment is, past the school, and out towards the Grove. And you're going to give me one last check. One last. Except for Max. Max is not going to give us one last. And Davina. Davina also doesn't give me a flight check.
Got a 16.
A 16.
12.
Beautiful. You're actually able to slip past the last drifting memories, and you're at the Grove. And the Grove, for those of you who have lived in Holyoke, doesn't exist. However, in this universe, it does. And it's a grove of trees that still stands at the foot of Mount Tom. And this grove of trees is small, and it's dwindling, and there's trash around as hikers have made their way through, but it's relatively a space that people respect amongst town. It's the little piece of nature here in town that we all call home. But something else has happened as you're entering the Grove. The Locket is getting warmer. Not in a bad way, not in a hurting way, but in a very comforting.
I feel very pulled, as if I know where I'm going to find this tree with the symbol.
And then you're gonna lead the way.
You all trust he to lead the way to the tree?
I do.
I don't trust the tree, but okay. Yeah.
All right.
I just met all of you, but sure.
All right. So I can feel it warming up every step that I take. I'm getting closer and closer to what looks like the largest tree in the grove. So big that we all could hug it together in a still, not get around it. And then I feel like the symbol's there, but only I can see it glowing. And I'm asking you all, do you see that? Do you see the symbol?
I don't.
You don't. Do you see the symbol?
I think Charlie would.
See it glowing on the tree?
And I'm sorry, I keep calling you by your real name. What's your character's name?
It is true.
Oh, it's Charlie. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. I think Charlie would. Charlie's a supernatural being as well. So you see the symbol glowing.
Suddenly I'm stuck and I can't keep moving.
No. What's going on?
I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm looking at the symbol and I won't move. I can't levitate. I can't turn. I can't talk. I'm stuck. So everyone's looking at me like a statue and so confused as to what's going on. So someone has to figure out what's going on.
I think this has something to do with the Forgetter. He knows that we're trying to take him down and he's affecting us.
Who wants to dare a grid check?
I'm stuck like a statue.
I have a 12 or D12. I don't know if anyone has a D20.
I call Nada.
Good. No, it's a 3.
Nah, I'm sorry. Max, you try to dig down deep into yourself and help, but what happens?
I think that I'm just like snapping a finger in your face. Like, hey, just like over and over again and not understanding why this isn't working.
And pouring from it like a mist of figure forms in front of you, in front of the tree. And it's the same figure that those of you who went back and saw the little Wampanoag girl. She's standing there and she's smiling at you all. Or maybe she's them back. No, I'm gonna go with Wampanoag. She's off.
Sorry.
And she's smiling at you, and she says, "You finally found me."
What?
And brought me home. But this is only the first of many, many trials that stand before you. If you're strong enough and if you're brave enough, we need your help.
I think we should help.
I would like to know how we could help before we agree to it.
Good call. She smiles, and it's a mischievous smile, not a cruel one. But she says that, she's like, I'm glad at least one of you is smart enough to ask questions. And suddenly, the grove expands, and the trees seem to go on and on and on. And she says, before this city came here, this place existed. And it is thing things move in and out of this part of the world.
Yeah.
And you may think that the forgetters are your enemies,
Right.
but they're not. They're a natural part of this place. They make people forget things that they shouldn't have seen and that shouldn't have been here. But they're very, very sick. This whole city has become very, very sick. We've forgotten what made this place beautiful. There are things that are getting through that shouldn't get through. There are things that are here that shouldn't be here, and the forgetters are sick, and they can't make people do what needs to be done so that we can all continue to live in balance and peace.
Right.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
So are the forgetters intentionally making people forget so that way they can protect the grove?
They are. That is their job. That is what they do, but they're sick, and they're not doing it in the way they're supposed to do it.
Okay, that makes more sense because I don't remember like anything from when I was alive, and I don't have any memories of the grove. So
And the girl smiles and she's like, I wish I could give you more information. Like, you've been gathered together to figure this out. And then she does finger guns. And she's like,
Max does it back.
yeah, all right. And she's like, and backs away and kind of dissolves into spirit form.
3 seconds too late. Max is like, wait, how'd she know what guns are?
We watch a lot of TV in the afterlife. And I think that's a good place for us to end for the evening, because we are setting up for what will be a longer adventure. And this is a good place to cool down. If we want to kill the recording, we can talk about what happens next. Ready? Yay, kill it.
You've been listening to the Valley Playwright Mentors Holyoke podcast project. This series is created by teens from across Western Massachusetts, playing kids on bikes as part of an after-school storytelling and media program based at Holyoke Media. Valley Playwright Mentors is a project of Pitti Theater Company, and this work is made possible through the support of Mass Humanities, the Massachusetts Cultural Council, and additional public and private funders. Every episode is built from collaborative play, imagination, and the lived experiences of young people telling stories together. Kids on Bikes is a tabletop role-playing game by Hunters Entertainment. This podcast is an independent, non-commercial project and is not affiliated with or endorsed by Hunters Entertainment. All characters, storylines, and events heard in this podcast are fictional. Any resemblance to real people or situations is coincidental. Player safety, consent, and care are central to this project. While the stories may explore difficult themes, this podcast is not a substitute for therapy or mental health services. The views and creative choices expressed belong to the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of Valley Playwright Mentors, Pitti Theater Company, Holyoke Media, or our funders. Music and sound effects are used with permission or under appropriate licenses. To learn more about the Valley Playwright Mentors Holyoke podcast project, the youth involved, and the process behind these stories, dig into the show notes for links and resources. Thanks for listening and for supporting youth voices, shared storytelling, and the strange things that happen when kids get on bikes.